Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them you
every member or partner. I've been very lucky to chance on a national security report for September, October first week.
Okay.
And the report, this year, the report is clear. Say NDC is going to win 2024 election by between 52 to 55%. The NDC, if things go untouchable, the report is clear. You better win parliamentary between 145 to 147 MPs. But there are some seats we are going to lose. One is Wenchi. And they gave the reason here and NDC be lose Wenchi. Ayensiano is likely to flip back to the NPP. Teddy seat. Okay. I have the report because who's a free for your number could then say that's so.
But I'm say global info.
Global info.
Matisa a BBN and Yasu Bakwa MP now me born so much dollars no. Yeah. It's on so belusu.
Min do hoye. It's a bulky one. Okay. It's about 700 something pages.
I don't know national
security report.
And I know the
into omofa constituency bia no omo go deep. Okay. Far even the local dynamics. Okay. Until when she send this in pen in 40 per the report and I'm not say so mu to me NPP to me resolve mu issue. No more united front. Professor Jambafo na no mo pen. And independence PM. And so mu to me kambo mu na say ya ntoto ye niam ya. Every week, we release 2 seats. Those we are likely to lose, and those we shall maintain. Okay. And they are also likely to release more report. Or my ancestors say, month we are kind of panfa report umra. Okay. Now, enoka who be now, and I'll tell you today, the voter spillage, was intentional. Oh, how? The voter spillage was intentional. It's technical. Omosheda. Voter spillage, you see what voter Akosombo dam no. One say Sammi Awuku call Metro TV. And Okoka say the NPP will win 2024 by strategy, and then NDC will not understand. Now, fast forward. One for my year research be from 92 to election 2020 on NPP NDC. Okay. About presidential. Apart from Rollins and 92, we have 58.4%, 96, 57.4. No. Anytime be NDC be win presidential, young for Rollins in the core, you win able to renew 51% plus. But NPP win here, omunya about 53%. Think about it, 2000, only 56.9% second round. 2004, we have 52.48%. 2006, we have 53.6%. 2016, 53.6%. But 10 billion this year be winning. You contra 51 or 52%. Okay. And there is something they have seen. And normally you see Pareto effects. And then I was telling people, say, look, Akosombo dam no Wow, but now Siakachem say nature. No. They could have done it different way. If an end is near vote free, voter region. And the answer, say 2020 year 2. And that stretch, and you even vote and go. It's stretch, yes, and the Omotanazia will say, election 2020, no, yet 2 or 30 months South Sevelugu, Ablikma Central, Emma Manfo, Ekaseti. Now, Odio, thank you. Election 2024 year 2. And the Sammi Awuku voice and Nabo, or see. Umber winning election 2024 by strategy. What is a strategy? Oh, baby, a young strongholder who come to Obama voter region. You destabilize you. Now you see Ranford, called the board structure of VRA. Called the board members, voter region back Ukraine. Votarian BNM called the board membership of voter VRA. Regional baby, I didn't see a effect. No, went to me appointing the Papa Kuko and free more. What you say? And by and large, the strategy of the NPP say, Umber winning for 2 and 4 seconds, and I shall say, no. And now, I can say, no. Votarians or T region, part of Eastern part of Bunu is a trouble, and this, they are traumatized. And I feel any panel run for upper baby atana. Now, Unya Berunia Bobasasi. So you see, it's a grand agenda. Omo hu say aba no omo lose in advance. Enti omo use Machiavellian tactics. Enti me tena ha kanone. The spillage na see is intentional. Enye technical, enye operational, enye nature. Omo hu say ye bie dam na
omo ni da hopa no me yes.
Omo ni da ho no mo ye. Ananka dentina soldiers, the soldiers are cover water region to protect lives. Ni ama command so young withdraw our troops no. Adentia. Ma obi amfan diago they will do worse. One say 2020 omo tutu no obi akaseti aye. United Nations criticize omo. Embassy and this time around omo for 2 on 5 second.
Because otie frida prempe ensema work.
Exactly.
Me who say mama no I don't know. Because tio. Okay say you on prior notice.
Okay.
Konfono woman ko he
and run for her.
She's not making sense.
World Bank is Skebiaba. You know the funny thing.
40 million.
I say, oh, Yakoji scared about Bramo. And a $40 million.
Say no, I'm saying for farmers.
They won't get it. Yet to come how or now a
$23 million.
Ekohefa. And yes, I'm in the Skako and Passia, ni made Foko, even $1 million and get me who baby. And this in India man and in now 2024 month for 20 a second. But they have a grand agenda. Every research is so lose. Every research. When him say na ye kasa no. November 6th. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia camp na komo de Ghana prophet basis to ko Israel. Amajo obi avisa wie. Ntokona siri na ama omaja me na America. Me monyi mo kan me na America. They were taking 60 men of God to Israel. On November 6th. Ananya boni no mugudi. Onti hana odi obi pie ya Osu Bempaka say afia Schwarzenegger moka say 20 election no almost sacrifice nipa. So now they are going international. Let me say on November 6th, almost secure visas ama over 60 men of God in Ghana and komodi omoko Israel. Sa Hamas Palestine to kwana esino and am cancel trip no. I'm speaking from fact, evidence cramming. And you see this voters pillage, I am ya because votarians when they are very pretty. Especially on Mumba. Hello, the hotel could do a cocoa. And voter for your group be a Anna over craftsmanship artisanal west. I want to they can answer when you vote region. Cocoa taste to her. Cocoa for her. And the auto voter region, no more shedding.
Okay.
But I'm saying, it was well calculated, it was intentional, and it is political. Political. Okay. Yamo Sammi Awuku video, no? Okay.
Alaska ready. Yamo Sammi Awuku video, we are for the prempedi and the better was, but we know, yeah, starting discussion, you. When me chow keke. Now, because Mauza also, Uko, yeah, some 110,000 donation be some list to be listed constituencies be. Ma home constituency won you know we dey beka sansem no but uni ha no me no uni ayeku wachi tinam ayiro wako ho tina je say we dey no and then chia constituency executive bia one e be chia tina wala no be chia me one e be chia and then constituency jet mo gare ye mo bia di and one e be chia
me lock den so aka ho
Okay, yet Sammi Awuku. Okay, good evening, Ghana. What a paradomotre. Was it the NPP will win 2024 elections with strategy? Sans seminal kind of my video no over and over and over and over. Because I know, say, elections there is our performance. No matter go come you are getting the numbers or not. But strategy be no can wasem. Don't forget, sir, and over to me, Abuame, the assembly elections, you know, yes, it deliberately. There was a research be.
I told you.
And I'm catching electoral commission, sir. We are in October and favor the pro NPP guys to win more because one number decided the fate of Evans say MMDC is in 2025. It's normal shada normal and train near be so. Na aye relief items bi anase never be on mecheche no MPs no farmer south for ncheche so that to make me anya more votes in now assembly elections no akwa political
in the run I've had a rare opportunity for being trained by the Communist Party to a bed in China. You were in China?
Yes, when I served as the party's youth leader. I've also been trained by how the conservatives also operate in the UK.
That's interesting.
And I've been also trained by the CDU in Germany and the Republican Party. So I have a fair understanding of how these political campaigns work. And I believe that when I see candidates who show some of these dexterity and the utility ability to also deliver, I can see. The NPP will secure victory in 2024 and the NDC won't understand. But we'll have a good evening Ghana in 2025.
Now they won't understand or they won't accept.
No. As for accepting you, it's not your choice. Whether you accept or not, and the winner is declared. We had our own reservations about 2012. But I'm saying this because I'm not talking about the NPP doing anything illegal.
Yeah,
I'm not talking
very
about
important.
very important. Let me emphasize. But the NPP will win based on strategy. That's what I'm saying in 2025.
Why doesn't the NPP?
Okay, enti Sammi Awuku Samana working, but reservation all come about 2012. 2012 then is here. So Sammi also over free 2020 ana. Where by electoral commissioner declare results near alter results no as many as one pay. Video ni ni. Enti na just a video na your friend say na BOT ABC ho ase but Frida Prempe sanitation minister nei warona wodi maame e friend no saying can events sisi adapa akandapa ni nuanu na ono odi na de na tiesem bia waka area fa voter spillage no.
We don't want what has happened at Akosombo to happen to us in Accra. The Akosombo spillage, even though VRA, NADMO, the Water Resources Commission came together to educate the people in the community, did simulation exercises with them, even at Mepe. Yet they refused to leave. They didn't want to be evacuated. They stayed there till the end when we started spilling. Unfortunately, look at what is happening. And government has to spend millions of money on relief items, on education. The whole area, the water is contaminated. And what Ghana Water and Water Resources Commission would have to spend money, millions of money to treat the water before we can pass it through our pipes. So a stitch in time saves 9. But sometimes it's difficult to accept the situation. We cannot continue to sit back and allow these things to go on. Looking at what is happening at Akosombo, now people are blaming government, people are blaming VRA, people are blaming NADBO. But these three institutions really did a lot of education right from January. Even in September, they were still talking to their people to move because there was a likelihood they were going to spill in the next week or two. And because of the rainfall patterns have changed, climate change, you cannot anticipate when it will rain. So even if they start spilling on a very gradual note, the rains will also fall and the dams will keep on coming up.
Okay, yanko yanim na yeshade. Azani. Mechiao.
Joseph
Na apombo kodi.
Yasan Shabium. As I say, okay, the agenda for the day. Prince as a security lot of account.
Yeah.
Until we back a hand. Rebecca had microphone so in your host of a program after we have closed. I mean, as when Kanka said to where you were born. Now, obituary and Piazza will be opposed to be so a partner of A's. In fact, me and Kamen once. Now, Mokofa, Votarians and my Hwansam by and who say, then I've made the right choice. I did the right thing by posting. In fact, me posted, you know, the response at the background and yakitwa. Now, the may you woman easy. I tell you, me the chair wankasa obe melo. Until the monetary I am piano. Jamaica and Mesaka. Of course, the constituency executives in the SHO, Alaji Tanko, Baby Obia, Alaji Razak Harun, and Agbesisa Befia. To go, I shall have to go one.
Sunday, we wanted to go on from Wasser. From here, hello, I'm there. Wasser, I'm there. Come from into me.
Jet Morgan, Knee Brownie out bed body. And the latest Dr. Thompson Kelly. One Angela Moyo.
So on normally lunch in the bar. On by now, Ujafo, Dada Ujafo,
lunch.
Oh, okay. Australia for Diane.
No, here that's it. A bomb person branch, but now you're more election. Nah, Omonye, okay. Near here, the corner party pay from corner great or more common fire and copy. I see young coffee said the echo. And yes, Consensus Executive say chairman. But Minia, somehow, and some more bro, so regards this election, a coming election. Say NDC, Memakanda. Omo say and Naso Modern say be Alan and breaking the NPP party no. Until they will not do what they are supposed to do in it, I mean utmost authenticity. Ombeyu omodo kronkwa. Until the guys at the communication setup, I think they are doing well. Until they should push hard. Now, so no, looking at the various MPs, no, I see that they are working. Now, men council, now men just say men fancy I can say Emma, yeah, running mates, Professor Nana Jenupokajman. In my opinion, changing that woman will be a disaster. The cost from we should maintain Professor Nana.
And of course, Zimbabwe and there. Or Kwakwa graduation.
After on the riding the boat.
Or called Namusun, so we see, and then soon so called Namson. At the year and some of the Abba, who's on what it think for Awuku system. The Omo videos are attached to those abroad, Omo. Funny so says our video no ko no timi akwa obenam sa video no so no omo de niam aba na omo ko donate di ama
because
yenu anamo a omo ho
disaster no idea aftermath no na even more important than now because see idea sabe say na politics all right but amount for the insumo no normal echo and at least it can sustain them. But when it comes to the medication aspect, after insulin, everywhere has been polluted. Or more not by any beer, whatever it is that you have to consume has been polluted. No, it is important say medication as a medical supplies. No, one. And Professor Nana Jenupokajman, I want to believe say or more bua or more de normal nro account. Now you can't say in declare state of emergency. I have stated, say, look, there's no need for any chief to beg the government of the day that almost say, we are all taxpayers, and the people of Mepe and its surroundings now, they are affected by this particular spillage, you know. Their taxes are also part of the segleme, because a car segleme, I am issuing a citizen order. So move in, no government can come and say, ye be too more. They can't. Moving voluntarily is a civic and a citizen order. Say move there because one travel and some density. What I say, they should move in. They shouldn't wait for
any. If you are person, okay. Senka, omoma, no musun common coinfa. Abana peba bidi maomana.
That's the issue. Before the first dynamite was blasted to create the Akosombo, now the resettlement program has been completed. Inti se nepano chere baby onkoda osimi tu na fi baby it doesn't make sense. Now next time all canon, even though you may want to look at it as if to say one can be born too much, but what should you part critically? You be see say, is it true that some simulation exercise was done at Mepe and its surroundings to warn the people? Of course, say a Kobane Sakurepa, where should they be moving to? When you have not created the enabling environment for them to move. So Bianca comes and we see way ahead, knowing what would have come. Not the because I'm part. We bob our home and our uncle. But if you say we told them to move to where? To Flagstaff House, and then to move to Accra in your various mansions that you live in. It doesn't make sense. In every civilized society, when something of this nature happens, in fact, 24 hours, they are able to create an environment for them to go and live in. China is a typical example.
Yeah.
Other countries, you understand. Into women can say, we ask them to move. Move into
China
the bushes.
For the 80,000 hospital a year.
Yes. You understand?
COVID time.
Yes, because they have prefabricated concrete, etc. Already available. Into these are some of the setup or industries or factories that come and set up the prefabricated concrete machine. And now you produce with the intention sanka every month you basic 200 houses. And the documents are here with me. You understand? Ya fine yeshi enene every year some wakuni sanka you follow the 7-year development plan and can by now my situation I can't yet the SCIE because there were plans to build various dams along the spillway to harvest the water for irrigation and for electricity generation and for export to the other areas. And at the time of Nkrumah, it had been indicated, say, we pay, there is a lime there, limestone or whatever it is, and that Nkrumah's vision was that in this book, the 7-year development plan, it will have easy access in terms of transport and cheaper transport on the lake, plus also shining. There's a place called Sheni, also iron ore. The NBC who said these two valuable assets are be paying Sheni no. Ya explored. We have not exploited it. You understand? Anka Akosombo dam no yet na ya hwehwe no. Say pese ye no. Anka sa normal way na easy and cheaper transport on the lake. But look at us. We are going backwards. And Netema motorway amem. Kumase highway amem. Nkrofo and Sunday bus abemuni ema ato oba ene ne baso ma anadu de suo mo demo ye bo jack na ye yese ye jack na sa ma me na su sa wo shade na se afede ontumi nso bio ne ba ne de wa peche kra. Can you imagine say we check bus ato so was and yes a basket wo na afeni ye bo jack inti jack ni ye bo na se to fa nkakra pe ne che say you understand inti ma me ni su sa kopem say wontumi nsubiem akola na peche. Why should we sit there at this 21st century for these things to continue? Kumase highway Accra Kumase. Why should we? When indeed we could have had 3 lanes here, 3 lanes here, 6 lanes going and coming. Ye kun ye nkrofo keke. Ye kunipa just like needless death both on our roads and our hospitals. Meanwhile, there are monies within the system. And you say we shouldn't talk about it. When Professor Ada comes to say people are giving 1 million series or whatever it is upfront. These things are public knowledge. It's not public secret. They are public knowledge. To the extent that we to me crab out ebe can say Kofi Apali contract or Toma or no to me. Are we not here when ABJ government contract?
Yeah.
No autonomy. Is it not upfront monies that they were collecting? So what are you talking about? Now with the American road minister, when we crank for work, with the Wakoja, Iyoko or Sraj or whatever it is, we know say same. And then go Siaga. What the quite any day, Yembe crucify Professor there. Something that is true that he has said. Come on.
Yanko yenim Asane Tano na motene kano a political analyst so and Bernardo Techi BOT certified economist. He's a member of the NDC na Boga Abatown na yatene kan be honest with you no that's 2 weeks but in
my absence no matter say me ha manfo to me Ebram Australian jollof
and
miss
or the fry no near it or share that about Tuesday say momo bewa na modibi okay what you say but by no ni hodom and I had na ko mean to mean keep him out
na just say mini hodom so cry notification be
ntimi amma no so de
your position pony never buy oh no I tell phone tell you know you na your position here bro and obi ehun said there be bra mo bray there opposition mu rem uni fuel uni car one phone nso bo na tata into there my yase come there mefa
okay
na just say as a member of the Tuesday team I was even praying for and you make a demonstration
okay. So in defense of story be aname yes time NPP wabem Kufuor time prior to election 2016
right
President Akufo-Addo can be say NDC government promises on beg jelly Kufuor's appointees one by one ama no shoe ama one knee latebi actually abase RKB check your facts and do some research. Most of the cases NDC presented in court were dismissed or threw away by the court, so you cannot blame the NDC entirely but the judiciary. I won't go further with Asemna Mekaya, and me person me who say my home message but me call further with near me kind but me person me kind or message na me who say me saka message me call further but I will leave it here for another time. And also so any a year on yanko any but minya yanke twa ho bae minya yanke twa ho bae heart brothers real estate
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.